Ladies and gentlemen, this is Intervlog. I said this is Intervlog. Today we are talking about a leader who refuses to be distracted, who keeps his eyes fixed on the real needs of his people, the one and only Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of Burkina Faso. And this time he has done it again. 500 brand new buses. Yes, you heard me right. 500 buses dedicated to transporting students to and from school across the country. Now, let me tell you why this is extraordinary. He didn't take the bait of prestige projects that do not address the urgent needs of education, healthcare, infrastructure, and food security. And here's the truth. Since he assumed office, he has not built a single church or mosque. Instead, he has been building schools, hospitals, roads, and agriculture projects. That, my friends, is what leadership looks like. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a farmer's child in a remote village who wakes up at 4:30 a.m., walks miles under the burning sun or heavy rain just to get to school. By the time they arrive, they are already tired, their clothes soaked in sweat, their mind drained before the first lesson even begins. Now imagine that same child boarding a clean, safe, modern bus in the morning, arriving at school fresh, ready to learn, with energy to focus. That is the difference these 500 buses will make. It's not just transportation. It's an investment in brains, dreams, and the future of a nation. In Africa, we say, if you want to cut a tree, you first sharpen your axe. Education is the sharpening of the mind, and Captain Traoré is sharpening the future of Burkina Faso by making sure no child is left behind because of distance. Leaders who put education first are leaders who truly believe in independence, because an educated people cannot be enslaved by ignorance. To all African leaders listening, take note. Don't just build monuments for prestige. Don't compete in the number of religious buildings you can erect. Our people need the foundation of a strong future. Schools to enlighten minds, hospitals to heal bodies, roads to connect opportunities, and agriculture to feed families. Mosques and churches are important for the spirit. Yes, but without education, health, and food security, the spirit remains trapped in the prison of poverty. Captain Traoré's choice is a lesson in priorities. He reminds me of another African proverb. The hen does not spend all day in the church while her chicks are being eaten by hawks. The hawks in this case are ignorance, hunger, and disease. And Traoré refuses to let them snatch away the children of Burkina Faso. 500 buses. This means thousands of students every day will have safe, reliable transport. It means girls who once stayed home because of dangerous walks will now attend school regularly. It means rural areas will not be left behind in the march toward progress. It means more children graduating, more young people becoming doctors, engineers, teachers, and leaders. Intervlog salutes you, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. You are showing Africa that development is not about pleasing foreign donors or chasing applause for symbolic projects. It is about solving real problems, meeting real needs, and preparing the next generation to lead. If Africa had 10 more leaders like you, our continent would be unrecognizable in 10 years. So today, Intervlog says to every African leader, put down the golden pen for signing prestige contracts and pick up the map that leads to real transformation. Build the buses, build the schools, build the hospitals, build the farms. Because when you invest in your people will build the future themselves. Burkina Faso, your president is not just talking about change, he is driving it, literally, with 500 buses full of hope and possibility. And for that, we say, bravo, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Bravo! Burkina. Sotraco receives 155 new buses thanks to financial support from Vista Bank Burkina. On Monday, August 11, 2025, Prime Minister Rimtalba Jean-Emmanuel Ouedraogo officially handed over the keys to the first batch of 155 new buses to the public transport company, Sotraco, in Ouagadougou. This delivery is part of a project financed by Vista Bank to the tune of 44.865 billion CFA francs, aimed at acquiring 530 buses. This ambitious initiative aims to improve urban mobility in Ouagadougou and facilitate access to education for pupils, students, and the entire population. On Monday, August 11, 2025, under the presidency of Prime Minister Rimtalba Jean-Emmanuel Ouedraogo, 155 new buses were officially handed over to Sotraco and is part of the Presidential Initiative for Quality Education. For the head of government, this approach aims to facilitate travel for pupils, students, as well as all Burkinabe citizens, by making urban transport more fluid, secure, and sustainable. The first batch of 155 buses is already operational, while more than 300 other vehicles are expected by October 2025. This is a historic acquisition since its creation, Sotraco has never had such a large fleet and buses of this quality, stressed Jean-Emmanuel Ouedraogo. He also stressed the need for rigorous management and proper maintenance to ensure the sustainability of this fleet. These quality vehicles mark an important turning point for the company, he added. The Prime Minister stated that the major challenge for Sotraco and the Ministry of Mobility is to establish an efficient management system to ensure the sustainability of these buses. This challenge is shared, but it also involves the responsibility of every Burkinabe citizen. Every user must respect the instructions and adopt responsible behavior so that this fleet serves as long as possible, he insisted. This bus fleet represents the fruit of the sacrifice of the Burkinabe people, he adds. For Vista Bank Burkina, the project's financial partner, this commitment demonstrates its commitment to supporting education and the country's economic development. Education is a key resource for development. For a country to progress, its population must have easy access to school. Student mobility is therefore a major issue, said Marc Junier, Managing Director of Société Générale Burkina Faso, a member of the Vista Group. He also stressed that the overall financing of 44.865 billion CFA francs illustrates the bank's determination to support public policies with a strong social and economic impact, while making a lasting contribution to improving the living environment of populations. This is the end of our program today. See you on Intervlog, same time tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you for watching Intervlog. Thank you.